Beware the Ides of March. It's March 15th here at the WTC Center in beautiful downtown Westport, where the hometown Rideaus find themselves in a best 2 of 3 situation versus the Kanata Kings. The roster for the Kings tonight: number 30, Ethan Dinsdale. Number 33, Ronan O'Leary. Number 2, Xavier Beauchamp. Number 3, Jonah Sheehan. Number 5, Quinn Kennedy. Number 7, Simon Picard. Number 8, Chase Peck. Number 12, Owen Brown. Number 15, Joshua Rickard. Number 16, Owen Lang. Number 17, Serhiy Levchenko. Number 18, Emerson Evans. Number 19, Connor Janveau. Number 21, Andrew Colley. Number 25, Marco Peloso. Number 27, Landon Lowe's. Number 39, Jaden Hurdle. Number 44, Yamato Montcalm. Number 47, Adam Kahn. Number 48, Ben Caron. Number 55, Nolan Shale. Number 63, Braden Brown. Number 77, Jordan Cruz. Number 85, Mark Shaughnessy. Number 88, Anthony Fiorenza. Number 93, Cedric Page. Head coach, Derek McElern. Assistant coaches, Scott Goodfellow and Sean O'Leary. Trainer, Carl Caron. And general manager, Haley Ross. For your hometown Westport Rideaus: number 31, Ben Spicer. Number 33, Tyke Mossman. Number 2, Ethan Mueller. Number 3, Nolan Campbell. Number 4, Noah McGlade. Number 5, Adam Vio. Number 6, Logan Chason. Number 7, Nathan Green. Number 8, Patty Finn. Number 11, Jack Leonard. Number 12, Lane Morency. Number 13, Gavin Merkley. Number 14, Lucas Hanna. Number 15, Ty Empey. Number 16, Robert Onion. Number 18, Ben Pelado. Number 19, Connor Jackson. Number 21, Thomas McLean. Number 22, Regan Donnelly. Number 24, Cohen Campbell. Number 25, Chad Carroll. Number 26, Noah Sear. Number 27, Ethan Fowler. Number 71, Tyson Birch. Number 81, Jack Story. Number 91, Braden Below. Head coach, Steve Merkley. Assistant coaches, Jeff Seed and Tim Seed. Trainer, Willie Wilson, Mike Dyer. General manager, Jeff Snow. And junior equipment manager, Camden Hudson. La Victoire and Menard wear the red stripes tonight with Sagan and Dagenet. To quote the boss, Bruce Springsteen, "You can't start a fire without a spark." And the Rideaus need a spark tonight. After taking a 2-0 lead, they find themselves tied at 2 games apiece. Big Momentum changed benches after the overtime win. And here they come, led by Ben Spicer. It looks like the Kings have gone back to O'Leary. Sorry, that was Sagan, not Dagenet.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the WTC Communications Center for today's action in the National Capital Junior Hockey League between the Kanata Kings and the Westport Rideaus. This is Game 5, and the series is tied 2-2 with Game 5 and 6 right here in Westport. We ask that you now please rise and remove your hat for the playing of the national anthem.
So in an odd twist, 3 of the first 4 games were home games for Kanata. And now 2 of the next 3 will be here in Westport. Will that give the Rideaus the edge they need to get on to the final? After coming so close last year, did they pick up the pieces they needed? We'll see. We're ready for puck drop. And we're underway. Peloso with the puck. Back to his partner. Up, that goes off the skate of Vio, so no icing. Carroll around the net. And knocked out of the air by Fiorenza. That was a theme last night. The Kings knocking many pucks out of the air. Now Vio moves it quickly. Sear to Story. Story around a man. And the puck behind O'Leary. On the far side. That went off the stick of the Kanata player into the roof. So the face-off will be to the right of O'Leary. And Kanata win the draw. But Below sauces it out front, out of the reach of Leonard. Man down in the corner, that's Below. He gets up. And the Kings across center. Brown shoots wide. That might have been a pass more than a shot. Another issue last night with the Rideaus not clearing their zone quickly. Now McLean across to Patty Finn. Patty Finn ahead, and Morency couldn't pick up that puck. Just out of his reach. On the near side. Closo off the boards. Cruz knocks it in. Cruz with 2 goals last night. The difference maker. And now Onion gets it ahead. Onion across the line. He's all alone. He shoots. O'Leary with the left pad save. Pelado bangs it back, but Cruz gets it and crosses center and gets it deep. On the far side. Now behind the net. Cruz battling with Campbell. Back to the line it comes. And offside this time. Mueller moves it to Campbell. Campbell looking up ice. Onion tips it in. O'Leary out to play it. Pelado can't catch up to that puck. No icing, says the linesman. And now Onion flips it ahead to Peloso. That's the sort of thing that cost them last night. Trying to be cute. Pelado gets it in deep behind O'Leary. And out to the far side, the half boards. No icing again, says the linesman. Vio behind the net. Vio legging it. He's got Merkley. They tip it in behind the net. And now back to Carroll. Carroll across the line, his shot off the blocker of O'Leary. Empty on the far side. Fiorenza with the puck. He breaks around a man. He's still with the puck. Fiorenza gets a shot towards the net, easily steered aside by Spicer. Evans keeps it deep. And Evans again with the puck in the corner. Vio back to Carroll. Carroll hard off the glass, but kept in by Evans. Carroll with another opportunity. Carroll across the red line. And Morency can't keep it deep. On the far side, McLean. McLean gets it ahead for Jackson. His shot off an ankle and wide. Sear now behind the net. He's bumped. McLean pinching in from the boards. Kept in there. Jackson now working a man in the corner. Jackson and Story working against 3 Kings players. It pops out towards the line, and Story backhands it towards the net, but it's grabbed there. Looked like he closed his hand on it, but the referee is not likely to make that call. That should have been offside. His hand was up, and now he's shaking his head no. Colley throws a long one wide of the net. There's the clearing pass they need. Sear coming in, puts it across for Jackson, a little too far. Jackson in the corner, out to Story. Story's shot blocked by the diving Cruz. Another pass out front intercepted by the Kings. They get it to center, and the Rideaus turn it back. And again, the attempt to get it deep intercepted by the Kings. Some shenanigans going on by the Rideaus bench. Back to the line. Leonard looking to get past Peloso, but Peloso turns him back. Mueller off the boards there. Intercepted again by the Kings. That shot off a skate. And now coming back. Below to Leonard. Leonard offside. Now that was a penalty last night, although Leonard didn't shoot it into the empty net. Good pace to the game so far. It's 14-24 here in the first. And there's yet to be any score. Draw one by the Rideaus. Carroll puts it in deep. Caron and Peloso both back behind the red line. Below pumps Peloso. Now the far side. And Vio gets it deep, but Leonard had to clear. And Brown's pass off the stick of Morency into the mesh. So we'll have another face-off. Morency against Evans in the face-off dot. Evans gets control and puts it in. Spicer out to stop that up for his D. And Carroll can't clear the zone. Carroll with the third attempt, a fourth. And now behind the net it goes. Morency tied up there. Now below. He gets it to neutral ice. Back it comes. Backhand wide of the net. And now Vio gets it ahead for Leonard. Leonard gets a stick on it. No icing. And now the Rideaus D have changed twice with the same set of forwards out. Leonard taken down in front of the net. Picard gets it up to Evans. Evans, long shot off the blocker of Spicer. Leonard tips it in and goes off for a change. Pelado gets the puck, the goaltender, way out of the net. The Rideaus not able to get a shot at the empty net. This is just kind of the way the last couple of games have gone. Bounce is not going their way. And the Kings relieve the pressure. Brown across the blue. Now a pass out front, that's off a skate. Colley keeps it in. Cruz backhands to the corner. Pelado over and ahead for Fowler. Fowler doesn't get it deep. Pelado gets it deep for Onion. Onion, does he see Campbell? He's looking for Fowler. Fowler throws it out front. It's off the skate of Cruz and into the corner. Cruz gets it to the half boards. Morency's shot Wide. Onion throws one at the net. Gloved by O'Leary. Colley and Morency exchanging corned beef recipes as it's almost St. Patrick's Day. 12:05 remaining here in the first. Still no score. Levchenko in to take the draw as Brown was tossed. It gets to the line but kept in by the Rideaus. Merkley on the near side. And the long pass to Levchenko. Mueller's on him. And Levchenko with a dandy. And Campbell will be heading to the penalty box. Levchenko with a beauty. The posts have not been kind to the Rideaus the last 48 hours. That's the third off the post and in goal. Draw one by Jackson. He pushes it ahead. Colley, Cruz, Peck, Evans, and Picard out for the power play for the Kings. Kings get it in. Carroll mauled by Evans. And that shot thrown right on the net. And the rebound banged in. So the Rideaus find themselves in a 2-0 hole. Looks like Picard banged in that rebound. So the undisciplined penalty, costly here in the early goings. Sear knocks that puck out of the air. Back, hops the stick of Carroll. Offside, says Seguin. Vio. His pass off the glove. And Seguin may have made a mistake there. It was off the Kanata glove, and the Rideaus touched it, but and Sear now with his shot off a skate. Jackson's shot, sorry, that was Story off a shin pad. The Kings putting a wall in front of their goaltender. Carroll, the Rideaus fans wanting a tripping call on that play, but perhaps the official. And now Story. So Menard calling a penalty behind the play on Story. My attention was drawn there. I'm not sure what's going on in the front of the net. So Sears going for a rough. Looks like Story. We'll let the Red Stripes figure this out. But the Rideaus players need to figure something else out here too. They rather undisciplined here after the first goal. So far, only one man in the box for the Rideaus. Now there's two. So Story and Sear in the box at 10:33. Kanata with one power play goal already. The bench and the crowd angry that the trip was missed at the other end. But it's all academic now. Finn gets it to the line, kept in by Cruz. It goes to the far side. Cruz now down to the line. Finn and McLean working that puck. McLean has it pinned along the boards. Now Finn, Patty Finn working his man. And now the Kings take over. They have possession up to the top at Peck. Peck's long shot, well wide. And Finn sends the puck down the ice, and he'll go off for a change. Jackson also changing. Now Vio, Carroll, and Morency. The Kings gain the zone. Drop pass, missed one, but Cruz picked it up. And another puck knocked out of the air by the Kings. Evans to the far side. I believe that's Cruz. Cruz coming across the top. Over to Peck. Peck now back to Cruz. Back to Peck. Peck, long shot. Gloved by Spicer, and Spicer takes a whack after the puck was in his glove on the pads. So that's a minute and 10 seconds gone in the two minor penalties. 9:23, the Kanata Kings lead the hometown Rideaus 2-0. Brown on the draw against Morency. Scrambled draw, Kings take over, up to Peloso. Cross, back to Peloso. Back to Caron, the Fiorenza on the back door. And that backhand clearing attempt did not clear. Save made by Spicer, rebound wide. And Vio makes no mistake getting that down. And O'Leary out to play the puck. But he decides to leave it. And now Brown gets it deep. Vio will relieve the pressure again. 10 seconds remaining in the double minor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the Rideaus kill. And that's an icing. Maybe that will be the spark that the Rideaus need to get back on track here. 8:32 to go in the first. The Kanata Kings lead 2-0. Sear won the draw, back to the line. Shot off a stick and into the mesh. Draw to the right of O'Leary, scrambled, picked up by Brown. Brown around the net. Watch there. He's taken down. Sears shot. Brown pinning Story, and finally, after an appeal, there is a penalty coming to Kanata. Holding the call. Interesting view by Menard. So Brown going to the penalty box. So the Rideaus have their first power play of the night. The draw will be to the right of O'Leary. That's scrambled. Sear taken down in the dot. That's popped out. And Vio and Peck getting tangled up. Vio ahead to Morency. Morency to Jackson. Jackson Over to Story. Back to Morency. To the top to Vio. Vio to Jackson, the one-timer. Blocked by Peck. And Peck relieves the pressure. Now Jackson. Over for Morency. Morency across the line. Morency, backhand shot. And again, some pushing and shoving in front of O'Leary. Minute 12 remaining in the power play for the Rideaus. Onion, Pelado, and Fowler come out. Onion wins the draw, back to Vio. And then Onion behind the net with Fowler. And Kanata Kings fire the puck down the ice. Spicer picks it up. He gets it out to Vio quickly. Vio to the far side. And that's Onion looking ahead for Pelado. Pelado now behind the net. Pelado gets it to Onion. Onion in front to Fowler. Fowler with the shot, a second shot. And just like that. And there will be more penalties coming. I don't see a hand in the air yet, but one can only assume. Fowler and Peck, the penalized pair. For being potential pugilists. So stays 5-on-4. Onion wins the draw. McLean, his shot off a body in front. The Kings blocking a lot of shots in front of O'Leary. You almost feel like the Rideaus need a seeing eye puck to go through tonight. Onion again wins the draw. He gets it back to McLean, back to Onion. Onion walks. He goes to the far side to Carroll. Carroll's shot wide. Onion picks it up on this side. Down low to Pelado. Back to the top to McLean. McLean, his shot. And no rebound. So 7 seconds remaining in the penalty to Owen Brown. A minute 26 to the offsetting penalties to Fowler and Peck. Onion has won every draw so far. Can he win one more? Onion tossed because Pelado in too early, I believe. And now in the corner. And now back to 5-on-5. Onion across the line. Over to Pelado. Pelado. And the Kings shooting the puck into the empty net. Possible unsportsmanlike call there, but La Victoire elects to let that go. So the lead cut in half. It's now 2-1 Kings at 6:05. That will be an even strength goal. Story trying to get ahead, puts it off Desjardins. To the far side it goes. Below gets it in behind O'Leary. Around to Campbell. He throws it towards the net, tipped by Below. And Morency and Below, Story. Now Peloso across the red line. Peloso dumps it in. Vio on the far side. And a penalty coming. La Victoire giving an interference penalty. Interference behind the play. That was so far behind the play, I don't believe it'll be on our video. So, after drawing even, another penalty to the Rideaus. And now Cyr, Picard and Cyr. Cyr hammered into the boards. Jackson back to the line to Campbell. His shot off the pants of Colley. Cyr trying to pin the puck down low. The Kings will come out with it. And now Evans. He has it knocked away by Vio. And the rebound kicked well out by Spicer, and the Rideaus need to clear. Jackson turns around. He'll go hard off the glass. Picked up by Peloso. Picard changing sticks with the one on the ice. Not sure if that's a thing. Now coming back the other way, Morency. Was he interfered with? Morency across the line, his shot just over the crossbar. Jackson hooked up on the far side. And out comes Cruz. And the Rideaus relieve the pressure. O'Leary stops it for Caron. And there's a penalty. Slashing. Colley giving McLean a whack in the pants on the way by. And the Kings shooting the puck down the ice again. And they're getting a warning about shooting the puck down the ice. And Hurdle getting a talking to from La Victoire. Fiorenza. So 31 seconds remaining in the penalty to Below. There'll be 4-on-4. And the center for the Kings being tossed as they tried to change well after the hand was up. So now, Pelado and Onion back on the ice. Pet gets the puck knocked off his stick by Pelado. Pelado gets the puck in deep. Onion in the corner. Had to get around La Victoire. Vio puts it back in deep. Brown, Onion's on him. And now the Rideaus on a power play. Morency bodies Brown. And Vio with the puck. Vio coming out of his own end. His pass off the skate of Montcalm. Morency now. Morency's pass off the skate of B. Brown. And that shot off Spicer into the mesh. We'll have a face-off. With 3:10 remaining in the first period, 1:02 remaining in the power play, to the right of Ben Spicer. Draw back to Peck, but the Rideaus take over. Now, Vio across the line. Not sure whether there was a shot or a pass, but it went off his stick and into the mesh, so it'll be a face-off to the right of Ronan O'Leary. 2-1 the score here at 2:59 in the first. The Rideaus on a power play looking to come even. That shot hit another body in front, and the Kings send the puck down the ice. Spicer to Jackson. Jackson with room to skate. Jackson takes a whack and gives a whack. Picard throws a high one in, and so both going, says Menard. Evans for holding the stick. And Jackson for interference. The draw coming outside the Rideaus' end. Menard and La Victoire trying to get something figured out here. It's 5-on-4. And that pass off an ankle. Carroll to Leonard. Leonard back to Onion. Onion with room to skate. Across the blue line. Puts it back for Leonard. Went through the wickets there. And now we're back to 5-on-5. Onion to the line to Carroll. He throws at the net, tipped by below, just wide off the side of the net. McLean keeps it in on the other side. Leonard backhands it in for Onion. Tried to get it to below. Below dances around a hit. Back for Onion. It pops out front, but Pelosa was there. Now Carroll throws it into the corner. Shale takes a shot at him. And on the near boards, Carroll gets it towards the net, but it's intercepted there by Brown. Brown comes up to the line. Backhand pass out front. And Leonard with a chance to get that puck, and he does. Below and Peck collide. Leonard still with the puck. Coach is saying get it deep, deep, deep. And now the Kings coming out of their end. They get it to center. Vio watching his man. That's thrown in front. Pelado off the board. Not out. Cruz with the long stick picks off that pass. Carroll now gets the puck ahead. Peck across. And the Kings gain the zone. They drop it high. That shot wide of the net. Two men down in the corner. Colley's shot into the glove of Ben Spicer with 34.9 seconds remaining here in the first period. With the number of penalties today taking much longer than last night's first period. Draw won by, we'll say, the Kings. Kings behind the net, a nifty pass out front. Fooled everybody, even his teammates. That shot off of Vio. Vio bangs his man in the corner. Time running down, 15 seconds. Paddy Finn now. Finn legging it out. He gets it ahead. Pelado and Story. Will they get a shot before the end of the period? 5. Long shot off the skate of Vio into the corner. And nothing there. So we'll end the second period with the Kings leading 2-1. We'll see you back here in 10 minutes. And we're back. So, 20 minutes in, the visiting Kings lead the hometown Rideaus 2-0. So far, the difference is a power play goal. Menard and Victoire did not leave the whistles at home. Rideaus faithful and coaching staff a little upset earlier of a trip that was missed. And a phantom interference behind the play. And I'm sure the Kings are upset with the holding the stick penalty. But their player skated away with 2 sticks in his hand. It's a little hard to argue that one. But we're going to start the third period, 5-on-5, and see where it goes from there. Evans against Jackson in the face-off dot. And Jackson wins the draw. Back to Carroll. Carroll ahead for Story. Carroll again. He gets it off a man. And Story will get it shallow. The Kings come ahead. Carroll picks up the loose puck. Off the boards. No icing as Carroll reached for it and missed. Story on the far side. Throws the puck towards the net off a skate behind the goaltender O'Leary. O'Leary freezes that puck for a face-off to his right. Sear in the draw this time, and Kanata center Evans tossed. Sear wins it back to Story. His shot off the goalie and just over the crossbar. Now Jackson on the loose puck in the corner, kept in at the line. And another, this time the trip is called. Very similar to the last one that wasn't. So the Rideaus will get a power play opportunity here at 19-11. Making that one easy on the official. Onion wins the draw back to Morency. Morency goes east-west. He fans on the shot. And now Vio back in his own end. Vio up ice in a hurry. Pelado. He's bumped off the puck by Montcalm. Came in from behind. That pass to Leonard. Leonard still with the puck. He's walking. He's up high. Goes to the back door. Onion back to Vio at the top. That shot. Right in the crown jewel of the King. Face off to O'Leary's left. Onion's been strong in the face-off dot here today. That scrambled draw goes below the red line. Onion comes up with it. Gets it back to the line. Vio moves it quickly. Now Pelado behind the net. Pelado to Onion. Onion to Leonard in the slot. Morency to Pelado. And the power play goal. We're all nodded at 2. Very similar goal to the second goal the Kings scored. Pelado from Morency and Vio. So we're knotted at 2 in the second. 18:21 to go. Each team with a regular strength goal, each team with a power play goal. And off the boards it comes. The Kings bring it in. High off the glass and around to Owen Brown. Below wins that battle. He puts the puck back to McLean. McLean's pass off Brown, but picked up by Morency. His pocket picked by Colley. Finn taken down by Hurdle behind the play, but no interference call. Now Morency, hard around the boards. Coming up below to Fowler. Fowler looking past and almost lost the handle. Kept in by Morency at the line. Morency out to Fowler. He can't handle that pass. And the Kings throw it down the ice, and that should be an icing, and it is. (17:26) here in the second. We're all tied at 2. These players want to beware the Ides of March, like I'd have skated harder, I'd have passed one more. But we're all even now. And Mueller gets it back in. Colley across the line, turned back by Mueller. Bouncy puck comes back to the Kings. That shot well wide of the net. Almost came out the other side. Now Merkley, he comes in. His shot off a stick and just wide. Merkley again gets around a man. And a real scrum on the far side. Sear comes up with it. His shot stopped by O'Leary. Sear against Brown, I believe. And puck still loose. Get out front. That shot went over the net. Still loose. And now a little pushing and shoving after the whistle. Nobody wants to take a dumb penalty now. Face off to O'Leary's left. The linesman giving some instruction. Scramble draw, and the Kings attempt to get it out, and Mueller throws it in deep. Jackson on the forecheck. Kings still behind their net. Now they try to break out, and that's intercepted by Sear. He's got to wait for Story to clear the zone. Could have waited a little longer. And now Sear to Story. Story throws at the net. Jackson the rebound. Jackson's shot kicked out by O'Leary to the slot. And now Levchenko down. His shot off the body of Campbell, and body's in the net. The net was definitely off the moorings there. Now the mooring system here, there's about 8 inches of garden hose. Half goes in the ice, half goes in the net. Much more difficult to knock off than the pegs that were used last night in Kanata. And that draw won by the Kings. That long shot kicked out by Spicer. Pelado looking ahead. And Onion gains his own. Onion can't get past the D. He puts pass off the skate. Carroll back. Kanata coaching staff not happy. With the icing call. Then Onion taking a whack on the back of the legs right in front of Menard. Evans tossed from the dot. Oh, warned. Onion wins the draw. Back to Fowler, his shot. Off a stick and over the net. Carroll keeps it in on the far side. And now the Rideaus behind the net getting it out. Fowler can't get there. Via will. His shot just wide on the far side. Carroll throws it at the net. Hits a couple of legs, and the Kings have the puck on their sticks. 2 Rideaus in the corner. And Pelado down, holding his head. Vio now, his shot off a body. Coming back the other way, Fiorenza tries to slide it across off the skate of Carroll. Onion picks up the puck. He'll throw it long, and it's kicked back by Caron. That puck gets up. Pelado going off on a change. Fowler can't get it to the net. Carroll will. A fresh set of legs for the Rideaus. Now Braden below with the puck on his stick. He gains the zone. He takes a whack from Brown. Gets it by a man. And it comes to the line. McLean pinches in. And the Kings break the zone. And that went into the bench of Kanata. Face off just outside the Rideau zone. Draw won by the Rideaus. Gets out to center, kicked back in. That pass meant for below. Page got a stick on it. Now that pass intercepted by Leonard. He throws it in deep. Morency and below, one on either side. Comes out to Finn. Finn throws it wide of the net. And inside, says the linesman. 14 minutes remaining in the second period. We're tied at 2 here in the second at the WTC in beautiful downtown Westport. And the draw won by the Kings. They're coming up. Hurdle across the line. Hurdle across the blue. Drops it for Colley. Colley in the corner. Looking out front. That went off an ankle. Brown's shot well wide. And almost caught Sear going through the middle. Merkley getting it ahead for Empey. Sear knocks that down. Empey throws it ahead. Merkley on Peck. Around to the near side. Hurdle kept in there by Sear. And they go hard off the glass. And Vio puts it ahead. Sear gets it deep. Story comes up with the puck. He's pushed off the puck momentarily. He gets it back. Comes out. And now the Kings clearing attempt. Vio ahead for Sear. And Vio hit by Peck and Hurdle at the same time. And now Carroll has the puck jump his stick with good second effort. And on the near side, Vio tried to get it ahead to Jackson. It was intercepted by Evans. Evans goes across the ice. And Evans comes up with the puck. He drops for Fiorenza. That shot off a shin pad. Carroll coming up the far side. And he'll get across the red, but it's off the arm of Caron. kept in by Story. Story pinned. Now Sear. Sear and Story working on the puck. And they get it below the red line. Sear coming out. Still loose. And Jackson gets around the sprawling Kanata players. His pass off a skate to the line to Campbell. Campbell throws it across for Mueller, who gets it deep. Sear now out front for Jackson. The puck was going east and Jackson was going west. The sliding Campbell keeps the puck out of harm's way, and it comes all the way back through center. That centering pass by the Kings. Pelado on the forecheck. That gets to Fiorenza at center. He gets it to Picard. Picard gains his own. That shot. In the first period, the Kings were blocking all the shots. This period, the Rideaus returning the favor. That pass ahead, and Campbell hit well after the play by Picard. Now Onion drops it for Pelado. Pelado's shot off O'Leary. Kept in by Campbell. He throws it wide of the net. Now Pelado throws it out front. Goes through the blue ice. Patty Finn steps in. And Fowler gets it to the corner. Onion for Pelado. And now Finn. Finn off La Victoire. Fowler with it in his feet. Fiorenza knocked down. Now Fowler and Brown in the corner. Boy, they could use Fowler to get hot here. And Onion on the far side, the fans cheering, the Rideaus player flicking his line mate's stick up in the air. Halfway through this contest, we're tied at 2. Brown taking some liberties with one of the Rideaus players, and the Rideaus bench wondering where their interference penalty comes, because Below sent to the box in the first period for something similar. And Spicer out of the net to touch up that puck. Now Morency coming out of his own end. He throws it ahead for Below. And that should be an icing coming back, and it is. Rob Scott and Chris Chismore in the box today. And as always, Phil and I here in the booth. That draw scrambled. The Rideaus get it back to the line. Carroll tried to put it back in for Below. Intercepted. Now Colley gets it deep. Carroll with the puck on his stick. He takes a whack from Colley. Spicer doesn't let that puck out front. And it's covered. A late whistle. Menard in a good position to see that that puck was covered. So face-off coming to the left of Ben Spicer at 9:19. Tied at 2. Jackson against Brown. Jackson Brown. And hard off the glass, but Owen Brown keeps it in. Little quicker on the whistle that time. So we'll try it again. A rebound. Spicer turns 2 away. And now Sear gets to center, and he'll throw it in deep. Jackson, ooh. Jackson pinned against the boards. Another player came in. And now the Kings come back 3-on-2. That shot wide. And Sear coming down. Sear looking for help. And there it is. And Story. There was a collision just to the right of Spicer. The Kanata player whooping and had his hands in the air, celebrating a goal that wasn't. There was a collision. And while the play went on at the other end, Story beating O'Leary on blocker side. So the Rideaus take their first lead of the game. Campbell now, his pass off a skate. Picard, fans on the, it comes out to Fiorenza. And the Rideaus going to the penalty box. That was a pretty soft trip. The coach letting his player know that that was not the time or place for a penalty after they've just gained the lead. McLean gets it around the boards, kept in by Peck. Peck to Evans. Evans to the far side. Quick shot wide of the net. And the Rideaus clear. Now the Kings in their own end. Breaking out far side. Across the line it comes. Picard working on Finn. And comes to the line to Peck. Peck to the far side. Looking back door. And that shot by Evans. Wide. By a foot or so. Now on the far side. Back to the top. The pass off the stick of Morency. The Kings. And another pass off the stick of Finn. Meant for Evans. Rideaus will change penalty killers. Kings will change power play. 59 seconds remaining in the power play. 7:07 remaining in the period. The Rideaus lead the Kings 3-2. That's hard off the boards and down the ice. Brown around O'Leary. Brown coming up the near side. Brown loses the puck, but the Rideaus don't clear on the first attempt. And now Sear going across the blue line. He'll get it deep. O'Leary stops it up for his defenseman. And they come to the near side this time. Brown has the puck knocked off his stick by Sear. Brown across the line. And Vio throws it down the ice. It's off a hand. And the glove pass, the call. So it's back just outside the Kings blue line. The Draw scrambled. Sear gets a hold of it. Sear around a man. Jackson gets it deep. Jackson, the lone forechecker on the penalty kill. Out it comes to Vio. Vio ahead for Sear. Sear loses the handle. And now we're back to 5-on-5. Jackson knocks that puck off the stick of Brown. Now Hurdle looking for the stretch pass. Vio steps in front of that. But the rebound goes to Fiorenza. Now Fowler gets it ahead. Picked up there by Peloso. Peloso doesn't get far. Pelado throws it backhand for Onion. Onion didn't see it. Shale brings it in. And now Carroll. Carroll gains his own. Oh! Now Peloso dumped Fowler as he was trying to clear the zone. No call. No puck. And both teams making changes. .5:29 remaining here in the second. Rideaus lead 3-2. Draw back. Carroll throws it in. O'Leary makes the save. Coming up the far side. Shale against Carroll. And Vio going to the penalty box. Interference, the call by Menard. That's the second time he's called a penalty on the Rideaus behind the play. So with 5:16, the Kings another opportunity to draw even. Peck at the top. His shot, rebound. Back it comes. Peck again into the corner. Cauley. Watched by McLean. So 5:16 the time of the penalty. 2 minutes for interference. Face off to the right of Spicer. Morency wins the draw. But it comes to Peck. Peck's shot tipped wide. On the far side, it got to the slot area, went over the net. And coming out of the corner. And the Rideaus will clear all the way down. O'Leary had to stop that up. Peck ahead to Evans. Evans stops. His shot, Cauley's shot rather, off a stick and into the mesh. So, face off this time to the right of Spicer. 4:32 remaining in the period, 1:16 remaining in the... Oh, I misspoke. It will be on the left. And the Rideaus clear. As they come out of their own end, they come to the near side. Evans gets around Sear. Puck in the corner. Around the far side to Cruz. Will Cruz give it to Peck? No, he'll take the shot. And that went off Spicer and wide. Now Picard. Back to Cruz. Cruz pass in off the stick of a Rideau player. And Carroll now. Carroll with room to skate. He'll get it to neutralize. Sear covering for Carroll there. Now Spicer. It's right on the goal line. A bad bounce there for the Rideaus. And we're all even at 3. Another power play goal for the Kanata Kings. Unlucky indeed. And the Kings looking to get it deep. Finn sends it back. Sagan says it was touched. Evans credited with the goal. Was sitting on the goal line. Spicer couldn't see it. It was right in his skate. He thought it was still behind the net. And I don't think his teammates could see it either. But Evans did and put it in the back of the net. So now we're tied at 3. Onion loses the handle just across the line. Kings coming back 1-on-3. Finn now. Finn throws it ahead. There was a hit behind the play on Finn. Levchenko just grabbed Finn's face mask. But the Rideaus need to worry about now La Victoire making a call. And who? Finn being sent 4 minutes. Finn, who was hit behind the play and then had his face mask grabbed, is now being penalized 4 minutes. That'll be a spear. So, a 4-minute power play for the Rideaus to kill. And they start off on the right foot. O'Leary out to play the puck. Cruz behind his own net. Cruz coming out of his own end. Across the line, he gets it ahead for Picard. And the Rideaus send it down the ice, but another puck snatched out of the air by a stick of a Kings player. And Vio sends it down the ice. Morency on a race against Peck. And now Cruz to the far side. That long dump in controlled by Spicer. And Morency takes his time and sends it down the ice. And puck coming through the neutral zone. Vio's stick broken and he took a stride with it. That Kanata bench wanting a penalty for that. Now behind the net. Out to the side. Cruz around a man, but Jackson sends it down the ice. Carroll going off on a change. And the power play also changing. Cruz giving a couple of cross checks to McLean. McLean gets the puck ahead. Sears all alone. Sear coming in on O'Leary. And he scores. And Cruz going off for a penalty now for taking down Sear. So we'll have some 4-on-4 hockey. Caron and Morency shoring up their plans for St. Patrick's Day Tuesday. And the Rideaus take the 4-3 lead with 53 seconds to go here in the second. We'll have 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. But the next dumb penalty could be the game decider. There have been a few. McLean over to Campbell. Campbell across the blue line. He goes behind the net to Below. Below trying to get it deep. On the far side, Morency. Puck caught up in the snow in front of the boards. In front of the door, rather. Morency knocks Evans off the puck. The puck goes to the far side. Below thought Campbell had it. Campbell thought Below had it. Below now without a stick. Now McLean, and that'll do it for the second period. So after 40 minutes, and after being down 2 early, the Rideaus have come back and take a 4-3 lead into the third. We'll see you back here in 10 minutes. And we're back for the third period. And everybody's favorite part of the game, the drawing of the 50-50 ticket. Big crowd here today, so it should be a decent pot. We start the third 4-on-4. Pelado on the forecheck. Brown around his own net. Pelado picks his pocket, but Brown gets it back. And Picard loses it in his feet. Onion now. Onion across the line. Pass for Pelado, a little too far. And Vio's shot towards the net, off a King player and into the mesh. Draw to the right of O'Leary. And the Kings coming out of their own end. They drop it back. Puts it out front for Picard. Picard loses it. Below gets it deep. And Peck will try this side of the ice. And Peck turns back. Throws it over for Picard. And Story got there first. Vio gets it into the Kings' end. The Kings again trying to come out of their own end. And they will this time. Brown trying to get around Carroll. Vio gets the puck. Carroll turns back and he's got room to skate. And Carroll across the line throws it in. O'Leary way out of his net. 10 seconds remaining in the penalty to the Rideaus. Paddy Finn, the 4-minute spear. In our eyes, it was more of a 2-minute slash, if anything. But our eyes don't count. Jackson behind the net now. And we're back to 5-on-5. Kings behind O'Leary. Long pass. And the linesman says it hit somebody. Campbell up for Story. And now Jackson coming out of his own end. Jackson legging it ahead. He's cross-checked from behind by Cruz. He's right back up. Story coming out of the corner. Story, he throws it at O'Leary. Rebound comes to Jackson. Jackson now. Tried to sauce it across. He gets it back with a good second effort on his backhand, trying to get it to the danger zone. Cruz closing his hand on the puck there momentarily. But back in it goes off the stick of McLean. Behind the net to Peloso. Peloso up to Cruz. Cruz with a short pass to Colley. Now Colley across the Rideaus line. He's met there by Story. Story getting it ahead for Sear, but intercepted by Cruz. And the Rideaus and the Kings will make changes. Pelado can't get it out. Onion does. And the Kings put it right back in. McLean, the rolling puck, tried to get it behind the net to Finn. Finn gets it out, and that's an offside, rather.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to draw tonight's 50-50. Number, the winning ticket is worth $362.50. Number is 709971. 709.
Campbell ahead to Pelado. Pelado on Brown. Onion with the puck. And the Kings in the corner. They can't get it out. Comes back and Montcalm picks it up. Firenze gets by Campbell, but not Ethan Mueller, and that puck wound up on the stick of the Kanata defenseman. Long shot stopped by Ben Spicer. 16:38 left here in the third. The Rideaus lead the Kings 4-3. Draw won by the Rideaus. They go behind their own net, but it's a rolly puck, and Vio had a hard time getting a hold of it. Peloso flips it back in. That could have been a glove pass. Now Vio. Vio with the short pass. Carroll not expecting that. Vio again up the far side. And the Kings take over and they throw it in, and no ice. First there was an ice, then there was no ice. And now every call the officials make will be scrutinized by both benches. The best thing they can do is play heads-up clean hockey and take the officials out of the game. Morency coming out. He was looking for Leonard, but that pass went behind him. Leonard now with a chance to get it in. And McLean. Now Leonard on Colley. And Picard gets it deep. Patty Finn. Finn with it. Gets it over to Leonard. Leonard can't get by Peloso. And now Menard sending both. Not sure what for, but Rob Scott will let us know momentarily. Cross check. There's 2 penalties to the Rideaus. 1 penalty to the Kings. Draw to the line, kept in by Cruz. Behind the net, Campbell gets it out and down the ice. Jackson watching Peck. Peck now ahead for Cruz. Cruz across the red line. Cruz behind the net. And Finn hit high and hard. No arm up. And now Finn will be going. And now Finn going to the box. Cross check. So 5-on-3. And Evans in the corner. Watched there by Vio. Vio and Picard. For Kings. And they'll get it back to the line. And now Vio watching Colley. Vio pinning Colley on the boards. Now Colley with the puck. Colley to Peck. Peck looking backdoor. He shoots. And the save by Spicer. 13:59 remaining in the period. 38 seconds remaining in the penalty to McLean. 1:16 remaining in the penalty to Finn. Rideaus lead 4-3. Now Cruz to Peck. Peck's shot out of bounds. So Vio comes out for Campbell. And the draw scrambled, and the Kings put it. And Jackson coming in. They've got one shorthanded goal. Jackson wisely getting that shot on net. Missing wide there could be disastrous. And it comes back to Cruz. Morency picking the puck up, and he takes a hard hit from Colley. And Cruz now, watched by Vio. Cruz coming in. Cruz still with the puck. And a little too long, and Carroll coming down. He's watched by Peck. And now he'll back off. Carroll hit up ice. Cruz's shot wide. And now we're back to 5-on-4. And the penalty coming to Cruz. Cruz taking another penalty. So Onion, Pelado, Leonard, Jackson, and Campbell. The power play. And kept in at the line by Campbell. But then the Kings eventually get it out. Jackson now back behind his netminder, and it comes ahead for Pelado. Pelado stops up, but now that stays inside as the Kings player put it directly out, and they won't be able to change. A change of power play personnel. Draw one by the Rideaus, but they don't keep it in long. And Montcalm wins the race down the ice. But now back come the Rideaus. Jackson slashed by Shale. Shale lost his stick. 2-on-2, a nifty move there, and Spicer knocks the puck aside. Carroll with the puck. Smart play, safe play. Story now gains the zone. His pass back for Jackson, intercepted. And now the Kings with a chance to burn some time. And they'll throw it down the ice. That went off Jackson's stick. And now they'll try this side. Vio over to Jackson. And an offside. So the power play not able to get anything going early on. Still 36 seconds remaining in the penalty. And Vio gains the zone. He'll throw it around for Onion. Onion puts it back for Campbell. Back to Onion. Onion couldn't quite pick that cleanly. And the Kings send it down the ice. Spicer touches that up. Both teams with some low energy right now. There have been a lot of power plays and penalty kills. Now Picard coming down. His shot, loved by Spicer. Still 3 seconds left in the power play. But as the faceoff will be coming to the right of Spicer, that's academic at this point. Draw won by the Kings. Closo shot to the front of the net. And now Pelado over to Fowler. Fowler gets it deep. Pelado on Caron. Pelado working hard, comes up with the puck. It comes out of the corner. His shot. Stopped by O'Leary. Below Morency and Leonard now. Draw, pushed ahead. Below can't get a stick on it, and the Kings come out 2-on-3. They throw it into the corner. McLean comes up with the puck. He goes off the boards for Leonard. And it gets out to neutral ice. Now Leonard throws it in. O'Leary stops that up. .10:04 remaining in the third period here. 4-3 the score, the Rideaus lead. It has been a spirited contest. Morency on the draw against Morency being tossed. So now Leonard on the draw. Below was in early. Scrambled draw, and the Kings come up with it. Finn working his man, Hurdle. Hurdle gets it out to the far side. Below tried to get it out, and that was kept in and shot around. Now Leonard with room to skate. Leonard knocked off the puck by Colley. And the Kings take over. Peck looking for Colley. And McLean will get there first. McLean puts it back ahead. Leonard throws it. Now the Kings in their own end. Below and Leonard on the forecheck. Below. Now the Kings out of their zone. Shot gloved by Spicer. .9:08 remaining. The Rideaus cling to a 4-3 lead. Face off to the left of Ben Spicer. And Evans tossed because Picard was in. Rideaus win the draw. Vio off the boards for Story. Story goes off the glass. It's knocked down out of the air again by Levchenko that time. Now Jackson getting it ahead for Sear. Sear in the corner, trying to get it out front for Story. And the Kings throw it down the ice. That should be an icing. No, says the linesman. Now Carroll. Gets across the red, but doesn't get it deep. Picard turns it back. Jackson gets a piece of Picard, and a backdoor pass was open. And a shot from the point off the stick of Sear and into the roofing. .8:24 to go. Regardless of what happens here today, the next game will be here Friday night, 8 o'clock start. All the playoff games have been an 8 o'clock start. And that draw pushed ahead. And the Kings put it right back in. Mueller hard off the boards, but kicked in by Peloso. Behind the net, Picard manhandles Campbell. He tries to throw it out front. Mueller, they throw it down the ice. Will they get the icing waved? No. Very similar to what just happened at the other end. Onion on the draw against Brown. Onion wins the draw. Campbell was hooked up, couldn't get a hold of the puck. And it comes back to the line and squirts out. Pelado with a burst of speed. They get it over to Peloso. That should be an icing. Oh, and Merkley incensed on the bench as that icing was waved off. The green shirt clearly passed the hash marks before the white shirt. And that should be an icing, and that one gets called. And the linesman getting a round of applause from the fans. Face off to the left of O'Leary. To the line. McLean goes to the far side. Finn was backing off, and that Shale will get there first this time. That's the right call. Below gets it through neutral ice. And now McLean ahead. Leonard with room to skate. Leonard throws it cross ice. Below held by Cruz. And now Mueller to McLean. Brown intercepted that. And now Below gets it deep. Leonard, the lone forechecker, as his line mates were going off on a change. And now Sear and Jackson turn it up ice. Sear throws, threw a harmless looking backhand at the net, but it bounced. And Jackson on the rebound, but it went wide. Now Carroll throws it in. And it hits a funny bounce, and Sear going to the front of the net. Levchenko behind his own net. Coming out, they go with a long pass, but that's off the toe of Story, but right to a Kings player, Colley. Colley stops up, waiting for reinforcements. And that goes off a couple of sticks and into the mesh. So at 5:55 of the third period, we're playing 5-on-5, and the score is 4-3. Jackson on the draw against Colley. Colley wins that one. That shot well wide. Story now coming out of his own end. Throws it ahead for Sear. And Cruz picks Sear's pocket from behind, and he's going off. And Vio, that should be a high stick, but it went to the Rideaus, so that's waved off. Peloso behind his own net. And that long stretch pass, touched by Vio. Now Carroll. Carroll ahead for Onion, who tips it in deep. Pelado on the forecheck. And around it goes Fiorenza with a fancy pass, intercepted and put back in. That hopped the stick of Mueller. And now Campbell back. And he gets it up to the half boards. A pass, shot kicked aside by Spicer. And Campbell taking a little slash after the play from Page. Every whistle seeing changes, trying to keep that energy high. Cross scrambled, and Leonard gets it to center. Leonard across to below. O'Leary out to play the puck. And it comes around to McLean. McLean takes his time, puts it back in. Leonard takes a hit up in the chin. And back it comes. Patty Finn off the boards. No icing, says the linesman. No effort for the defense there. He had a shot at it. Page now in his own end. Morency and Leonard working Page. And now below chasing down the puck carrier. And Finn run over. No puck anywhere near. And he is upset. He got a bad wrap there. With some of the other calls that have been made tonight, the Rideaus feel that there have been some missed. And Jackson now throws it in deep, and he'll be the forechecker. If they can keep the puck down here, 3:29 remaining. And they throw it to the line, kept in by Sears. Sears throws it over for Jackson. Jackson looking to see where his teammates are. They play back and forth through the blue ice, but now it comes to the far end. Carroll ahead for Story. Story to Jackson. Jackson trying to find Sear, but Peloso now. Back to Peloso. Peloso gets it ahead for Picard, who gets it deep. Vio can't get it around. Well, he gets it around one man, and now Sear will throw it ahead. And Story still with the puck. His shot off a body and behind. Morency now with some energy. Morency and below. And another Leonard run over. Now coming out of their own end are the Kings, but they're turned back. Leonard gets it deep cross ice. Braden below with the puck. Throws it into the corner. Kept in by Morency. And it comes out to Campbell, and he'll throw it on net. O'Leary the save. And the Rideaus change. Peloso trying to come out of his end. He had Pelado on him. They're turned back. The Rideaus hemming the Kings. They've yet to leave their end in the last 2 minutes. And now Peloso hard off the glass, off the skate of Campbell, and now Fowler turns up ice. He puts it ahead for Onion. Onion on Caron. Pelado. Menard calls it high stick, I believe. So it'll come outside. Still 5-on-5 here with 1:24 to go. Timeout, Kanata. So, mental toughness comes into play here. No dumb penalties. The Kings will try to get O'Leary on the bench if they can. But with the face-off just outside the Kings' blue line, O'Leary will have to stay in. Winning the draw here will be important. Jackson against, it might be Evans. And Vio with the puck. Vio, his long shot, wide of the net. Hops the stick of Peck. Sear gets it deep. Story now on the far side. Now the Kings looking to break out. And that could be an icing. No, says the linesman, and Carroll picks it up. He's on his backhand. He can't get it out hard. And around the boards, O'Leary heading for the bench, but hand pass, I believe. So the puck comes to center ice. And O'Leary goes back to the net. 53.7 seconds to go here. The Rideaus lead 4-3. And Brown coming back into his own end. The net empty. Cruz tries to get it deep. No icing. Hard off the boards, and it comes out to neutral ice. And that was on the hand of Story. And they throw it in. Brown back in front of his own net. Brown trying to get it up ice. Vio now. Vio gets it to the half boards. Sear working on that side. Vio can't get it out. That shot off the crossbar. 12 seconds to go. And it's pinned on the end boards. And there's a melee. And the game is over. Carroll loses a helmet. The game is over. The Rideaus have won. There's 1 second remaining. Picard on the bench now. Story in the penalty box. Carroll to the dressing room. Vio had the puck pinned on the boards. Surely the aggressor penalty will go to Kanata. Trying to get the equipment sorted out. So a 4-3 victory here at home leads to game 6 here on Friday. 8 o'clock start. They may be short in the lineup. The officials here deciding whether or not there are fighting or roughings or so we'll take this time to thank our many volunteers. We have all the gentlemen that work the clock and the score sheet, all the ladies and gentlemen that work the ticket booth and the 50-50. And I'd like to thank the fine people that work the canteen. We've been to a number of venues where there is no canteen, so we're lucky here at the WTC Center. So thank you to Bella and Grace and Gloria and the more senior members of the staff up there, plus the ice attendants. We realize that they're paid staff, but they do a wonderful job, and we really appreciate them week in and week out. And then there are people like Mark Hurley that do a lot of work behind the scenes, Troy McLean, Tom Dodds, these people that allow a team to be and don't get nearly enough praise. So still La Victoire explaining to Merkley and Menard explaining to McElern what has transpired and what they saw and how many APs they might want to call up for Friday. All right, so I think all the adding and subtracting is done, and we'll come out and play the last second. Seguin with the puck. If I were the officials, I wouldn't drop the puck, as who knows what else could transpire. Surely there must be a way that La Victoire and Menard discussing. La Victoire doing a lot of pointing. So the face-off is going to be inside. Nothing on the clock yet. So with 1 second left, depending on how twitchy Chris Chismore's finger is, so the draw incredibly important here now. 1 second remaining, and that's the game. So, in Spice we trust. We'll see you here Friday night, 8 o'clock. Where the Rideaus have a chance to eliminate the Kanata Kings as they lead the series 3-2. From Phil and Tim in the booth, thank you and good night.